Good morning, everybody. My name is James Raiz. I am the box office artist. I am a professional comic artist and artist for 25 years. Believe that, 25 years. Marvel, DC, movies, all of that stuff. 11 years on YouTube, and right now we are going to go ahead and start inking this particular piece here. Let me go live on Instagram, by the way. Going live on Instagram. That's what I forgot. Three, two, one. Also going live on Instagram. Hello, everyone on Instagram, and hello everybody. Now, if you were in our previous stream earlier this morning, we spent about roughly about an hour laying out what we wanted to do, and like I mentioned before, that was the meat of the drawing. Is the layout. I always say that, okay? Like, you can add as many lines to this as you want. You can make this as simple or complex as you want at this point. But the important part was the structure of the drawing, the layout of the drawing, and that's what really separates your drawing from everyone else's, is how you lay out this particular drawing. So this is the hard work. The hard work is done. Okay, it took an hour, but this is what is done. Now it's all about the rendering. So we're going to go in, and I'm already going to start to render this piece. Now, you could do it the way you should do it, and do, like if I was going to have like vines that were kind of covering this, do that first. Definitely do that first. I'm not going to. Pretty much ink any way you want. Usually people would start off with a foreground character. For me, I just want to have fun. I just want to have fun. So we're gonna start with muscular Simba here, and that's what we're gonna do. So hello to everybody joining in. Hello, Ultra Blader. Hello, Mario. Good to see you, Mr. Fluffy Art. Good to see you. On Instagram, I just saw hello, Mr. James from Kaye. Kaye. And my apologies already to everyone on Instagram. Apologies, everyone on Instagram. It's hard for me. I can't see your comments. So it's very hard for me to see your comments. So we're going to go ahead and start this. So I'm going to go in with a 01. I am using micron pens, mainly because I still have a whole bunch of micron pens. So I will use those till I run out, and then I will weigh my options after that. So I do have some Simba reference here, just of his face, because I want to keep some of that aura in his face. So we're going to go ahead now on YouTube. What I'm going to do, YouTube, Facebook. Whoops, I am actually going to zoom in a little bit for you guys, so you can see what I'm doing here. So let's go straight to the face here. Okay, if you want an overall view, by all means, check out the Instagram. Is Apple here? Hey, brother, Apple's here. My buddy Apple's here. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Always got a treat to have my buddy Apple here. How are you, my brother? Let's see here. And good morning to all of you. Hello, Kurt. Good to see you. Okay, let's get going, guys. So now, looking at it now, looking at the entire drawing now, there are things that I could fix if I wanted to. Like, I probably could make his head even smaller. I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, maybe it could benefit from a smaller head. It'll make his frame even that more gigantic. But I'm thinking not. So I'm going to go ahead and start inking like some of the finer details here. We'll get into all the actual shading and the lighting afterwards. Most likely I'm going to be doing a top-down lighting, so lighting coming in this direction here. So I will keep that in mind when I go ahead and draw this. Good morning, Apple. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. So we have the eye here, and it's very human, the way they portray Simba's facial features. So I am also going to make it a little bit more, it's closer to the human element of it here, because I want no question, well, I would say no question, but no question because of the body, but that this is Simba inspired here. Okay, something like that. Okay, let's go ahead and ink the other eyebrow. Now, if you were working along with me earlier, by all means, feel free to follow along. If you were doing the same thing. And again, you could add as much or as little detail as you want to this drawing here. It's your drawing. So never think whenever I'm drawing here that you have to follow me verbatim. Do your thing, for sure. Mario says this is Super Simba and Super Soldier Serum. There you go. There you go. Hello, Tuna. Good to see you. Over your work. And thank you to everyone who's catching the stream on Instagram. Thank you for joining in. So I do want to do things that will give them a little bit more of a human element to it. So I will add like facial features and structures that are similar. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the nose here. And it's probably the one that the real feature that really will make this lionish is the nose. Someone mentioned earlier that this could turn out very very Thundercats-ish, which would be fine. You know it is. Ruby says, I just woke up to the best surprise today. It's a live stream. That's right, my friend. It is a live stream. Fun. B's here, my number one fan. B's here, my number one fan. Good morning. This piece looks awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, B. Thank you. Thank you. Spamming hearts. I appreciate that, Ruby. Thank you so much. All right, so Stanley's giving me some fire emojis. Thank you, Stanley. Because I want to go from these drawings from being, you know, a lot of times when I do my Marvel style drawings, that I get a lot of it's cursed. You know, they're cursed, right? So I want this to go from cursed to cool, cursed to cool. That's what I'm going for today. Right. Yay, Ruby says hi. Hello, Ruby. All right. So this could be like a this could be like a Lion King meets Thundercats style drawing here, you know. Okay, so the little things I'm gonna add, like for example, I'm gonna put it under the lip. See, he's looking very humanish, right? You could see it's very humanish. So Zenny says hello from the Philippines. Hello, Sculpt Dude is watching from Denmark. Okay, thank you for joining in. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more wrinkles to the side here. Okay, and then the chin. I do want to give Simba here like a very strong chin, so I might square it off even more. Again, because I do want that sort of Disneyish, is that word Disneyish, Disneyish structure and feel. Okay, that's what I'm going for here. So that's why I'm not going full lion in that sense, because I could make this look like a realistic lion. And that's really up to you if you want to do that or not. That's totally up to you. Okay. Most animal-human hybrids are always labeled as cursed, unfortunately. Well, of course, it's something you don't see every day. Absolutely. For sure. Anya's watching the live stream at work. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Don't forget to do your work, though. Okay, I don't want to be blamed if you're not doing your work. There you go. I can't afford all the bleach I need for my eyes. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and draw the cheekbone here, and as you can tell, it's kind of whiskered a little bit. So I'm using these little curved lines like so. There, so I'm gonna do my best, guys, and you know, a lot of you guys wanted me to do tutorials. A lot of you are artists, so I am going to do my best to explain more what I'm doing and the decisions I'm making. So we could consider these morning tutorials now, if you want. You know, a little group of artists here. A lot of you guys are artists, so if you do want to follow along, that's totally up to you for sure. I don't ask for much. All I ask that if you post that you do give credit to following along, following me along, and I would really really appreciate that if you did. You know, and then we do the hair. Okay, so again, yeah, the head is actually pretty big here. Like if I were going, if this were Photoshop, I probably would kind of shrink down the head a little bit. It's a bit big for me, but maybe I could compensate by making the body a little bit thicker. Yeah. Can I draw Percy Jackson Marvel style tomorrow? You asked me that yesterday. Not today, my friend. Maybe one day, but not today. I haven't watched the new Percy Jackson series. A lot of you didn't know I did work on the Logan Lerman Percy Jackson movie. I have talked about that before on my channel. Um, one of the many jobs I've done in VFX. One of the many movies I've worked on. So maybe a little later. Let's see. B says, "Happy birthday! Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, for those who didn't know, it was my birthday yesterday. So thank you to everyone who joined in on the birthday stream yesterday, and thank you, B, for remembering it's my birthday. So thank you so much. Appreciate that." John Jerome Dumasic from Facebook said, "Sir James, you lose weight." Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. No, I think I just did a lot smaller on the screen. I think that's what's going on here. Just much smaller on the screen, my friend. So I might, for the body part here, I might use a thicker micron. I'm going to go to the 8 here. Simba following on the footsteps of Arnold. That's right. That's right, Mario. I appreciate it. Good night, Zenny. I did have a great one, B. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, B. Let's see here. Happy belated birthday. Thank you. Scubs Dude's birthday tomorrow. Well, we'll sing happy birthday for you tomorrow. Do I still work for Marvel? No, not right now. And that's my choice. I do have a regular job, and I'm still doing the YouTube stuff, so that keeps me pretty busy these days. Definitely would love to do more work for Marvel down the line eventually. But as of right now, no. As of right now, no, I am not. So, I'm going to go ahead and start outlining some of these muscular features here. So we're going to go around the shoulder. So this is like the front of the shoulder. I want them to have these huge boulder size shoulders here. So why you don't like working for Marvel? I love working for Marvel, but there is a difference in terms of what you can and can't do. Tune up, and that's for any freelance client. Whenever you work for any client, Marvel, DC, whatever, they have complete control over what you do. Okay, which is fine, and that's the job, and it should be the job. That's their characters. That's you know that's how it is. Every time I got to work for Marvel, it's been a wonderful experience. They've been really good to me. They give me a lot of freedom, but at the same time, there is once you have that experience, you find yourself wanting a little bit more, and you want yourself to have a little bit more of that control and what you can and can't draw in that sense. So there's good and there's I won't even call that bad, but it's like you don't have that creative freedom. Let's just say that. Okay. So one good thing about my channel is that even though it's just for me, I can do whatever I want on this channel. I'm not I don't have to put this through an approval process, right? What I'm showing here, I can do whatever I want, when I want, how I want. And that's the freedom I have on YouTube. So, Kurt says, happy belated birthday. Thank you, my friend. Okay, so as you see here, I'm just doing like a rough outline here. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to start outlining the middle part here. Like this is the top of the rib cage here. So this is how I usually tackle things. I will start with a thinner line and just kind of outline everything, outline what I want to do. Some of the things that aren't clear, I make them more clear with the pen here. Then we have the good old lion abs here. Nothing better than be your own boss. Well, that also has its pitfalls too. I'm not gonna lie to you guys too. Like being your own boss is great. You make your own rules and all that stuff, but at the same time, now you're in charge of everything. You're in charge of everything. Okay. So in terms of, you know, from all the finances, if you have workers, you got to pay the workers, like the business side, that's what you got to deal with, you know. Yes, you're creatively free, but unfortunately, you have to run the business also, right? And that's a little tough for us creatives because a lot of creatives, we aren't businessmen people, you know. We're not as adept to the business side, so that's the hard part about doing what you want to do. All right, so everything has its yin and yang, as we say, you know, good parts and bad parts. You know, part of me is thinking I might do like this fur skirt or something like that on him. I might do that. Okay, let me ink up like the arms, and then we're gonna get into the larger shading and the hair and stuff like that. Okay, so let's do that. I heard you were taking a break doing Marvel styles. Well, I'll be honest. And you guys know this. I go back and forth a little bit. When I get inspired to do something, I will do it. And I got inspired to do these pieces. So my goal, like I know I did that stream a few weeks ago, but I also noticed one thing was I wasn't finishing pieces. And as much as I want to do these larger pieces, I felt like I needed to get momentum. And one way to do that is to actually start something and actually finishing it. So I was thinking to myself, maybe I could actually go and try to finish some pieces. And doing a piece like this, I could finish this in a day. I could finish this. Well, I'm hoping to finish this in a couple hours, to be honest. I don't see myself working longer. So my hard out is probably around 10:30ish, around there. That's what I'm going for. So, and I was mentioning yesterday, there is value, a lot of value, in starting something and finishing. And that's what I've been noticing the past few months. I'm not finishing pieces. So I would do, like, for example, I never finished that Spider-Man one that we did. The one I was working on that stream. I didn't finish that, though I will be finishing that over the next couple days. The Attack on Titan drawing, I have not finished that yet. So I do eventually want to finish those, but I just want to get a little bit of momentum going. So that's what we're doing. So as you see here, guys, we got the basic inking down, all right? To be honest, I got to erase this, and some is already okay with this, right? Some of you guys are already okay with doing this much rendering, and that's 100% okay. That's okay. Because, again, it's about the structure. It's about the layout. Okay, I'm going to do this hair part with a brush pen. Because you need like nice long flowy lines here. So again, when I do this now, I am trying to do this more in a tutorial style. So if you guys have any questions that's related to the art, by all means, but please do let me know if you have any questions. So Tuna is asking, what brush pen am I using? This is a Pigma brush pen here. These are my favorites. I love using these Pigma brush pens. But I am inspired to start using India ink again. Um, when I was at Gotham Central, I made an appearance there a couple weeks ago. A friend of mine, he works on Ninja Turtles and he works on Usagi Yojimbo. I was watching him work. He was my neighbor, and he had the table beside me, and I was watching him work, and he was using the India ink, and I really got inspired by seeing him work, and he's super fast, so fast. He told me he averages 2 pages a day, which is insane, and he was getting so much work done. I was so jealous, actually. He's getting so much work done at the show. Okay, so my friend Carlos was hosting the summer bash at Gotham Central, and it was a lot of fun. You can see some highlights on my Instagram right now, but it was a lot of fun. But seeing him work that made me actually think about, maybe I should go back to India ink. The good thing about India ink is it lasts a lot longer. It lasts way longer than these brush pens and microns. It will last by years, you know. So there you go. Hey, Irish Potato, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. But I do like these. They don't last as long. Well, also because I draw a lot. They definitely don't last as long as I would like them to. So right now, guys, I'm putting a thicker outline around the body, as you can see I'm doing here. And then maybe I'm going to add some fur here. So I'm just going to do some extra lines. So one thing I do like about putting, in terms of outlines, one thing I personally like to do, you don't have to do this, but what I like to do is everywhere that I could put my hand around the line, that's where I'm going to add a thicker line. It'll actually help separate the drawing. So I'll put one around this arm because I could put my hand around the arm. Okay. So I wouldn't put it on these lines here, the thicker line. Okay, it's just where I can put my hand around it. That kind of helps everything pop. As you can see, it pops a bit more. And I'll do that here as well. Again, this is all style preference, not actual drawing preference. Okay, it's more style more than anything else. Okay, and then we're going to add. I think I should add a nail. There you go. There you go. So something like that. So you can see how much it pops out, right? You see how much it pops out when you add that thick line. There you go. Hello, Manuel. How you doing? So I'm just thickening up the lines, the outlines here. And again, that will help separate the foreground from the background. You'll also notice whenever I color things that I'll sometimes even add like a white outline to the drawing. Now I could do that in traditionally as well. That could definitely work. I'll just take a white pen and go around. But is this commission art? Oh no, no, it's not commission art, Pigarza. It's just something for fun. Though I am, I'm always open for commissions. If anyone would like one, by all means, hit me up on my. You can hit me up on my website, jamesraizmedia.com, or you could email me, contact at jamesraizmedia. Okay, it's the email attached to this YouTube channel. Okay, you'll see it there. So I'm erasing all the pencil, just so I could see. Okay, see where everything's going. As you can see, it's very simple at this point here. So I'm just going to go in here and start adding some of the lines here. Okay, and once I'm done that, I'm going to go back with a brush pen, and now I'm going to start with my darker lighting, okay? I don't want to add the cross hatching just yet, okay? The cross hatching has to go around. Simba looks a bit like Zac Efron. I was watching The Iron Claw a little bit. I haven't finished it yet. It's looking sad, man, especially if you know the history behind that movie. It's looking sad, but Zac Efron got really built in that movie, so. Okay, so I'm going to start adding some shading to this, okay? Now, again, everyone's different, okay? Now, probably if you're in school, your art teacher would tell you do the whole thing first, right? Do the whole thing first, then go into the next step. But sometimes art's all about having fun and how you feel. And right now, I want to go in and actually add the darks. Add the black line. Second. You going now? Okay, bye-bye. Love you too. Love you too. Okay. My daughter's going to school, everybody. There you go. Okay, so right now, a couple things are going on here right now. Okay, in terms of the lighting. Okay, the lighting's coming down this way. Okay, so you see the speed lines here? I would assume lighting's coming down this way. And there's a couple of things happening with lighting. So it's not just shade underneath. There's going to be bounce light. Light's going to hit the leaves and go underneath. So that's why I don't completely darken this part here. Like there's a spotlight under him. Because there'll be something called bounce light. Light will be bouncing down and underneath. And there are ways you can apply the bounce light this way. So I leave that white, and I'm going to add some cross hatching there later to imply that light going on, okay? Inking is all about lighting, guys. It's what all inking is reinforcing the lighting, really. That's what you're doing. So let me go there. I'm going to add some shading under here. So when you're doing this, guys, and especially those of you who like to copy your favorite comic book artists, like I used to do, okay? Again, nothing wrong with that. Again, understand. It's all about the understanding. Understand why. So when you see them adding, your favorite comic book artist adding shading like this, what are they trying to do? Okay, what are they trying to impose? Okay, shading really makes it pop. It does, definitely, definitely. And all I'm trying to do is reinforce the lighting on this now. Now, for you bodybuilders, my buddy Mario here, bodybuilders know lighting plays a huge importance in how your muscles look. So they want the right type of lighting. And usually that's why usual top-down lighting helps a lot, because it really emphasizes the shape of the muscles. So something like that Is there a common mistake when new artists make when inking? Kurt asks. Absolutely. Well, the biggest mistake is pretty much what aligned to this. It's not being consistent with your lighting. Not being consistent. Okay. Know where the light's coming from and then commit to it. Okay. So I know light's coming top down here. I'm going to commit to that light. Everything I draw, all the darks are shadow. Okay. It's all shadow. So I'm just going to go in here and do the same type of thing. So sometimes you would see, because they see their favorite comic book artist, they, they did something that looks cool, so they try to incorporate it with their art, or they're looking at multiple artists when trying to shade, and then they don't realize that they're what's called. They don't realize that their lighting is completely different. Completely different. Okay, and we're trying to not fall into that trap here. Okay. Now there are rare times you could get away with that. There are very, very rare times. But for the most part, it's pretty obvious when that happens. Okay, so okay, so we're giving him this big vein here. So again, the vein would cast a shadow. Like that. Because he has these gigantic boulder shoulders. I do want to emphasize the strength of these shoulders. So that's why I'm going around like this. But at the same time, maintaining the vein there, okay? Let's see here. Sledge 75th want to be Frank Frazetta. There you go. That's too tough, man. Frank's a legend for sure. Inspired a lot of today's artists. So just going back and forth and just trying to add a lot of the details here. Okay, so even though it's a lion, and even though this shouldn't happen, like a lion doesn't look like this, there is some leeway because you could make excuses like, oh, well, it's not supposed to look that way. It's a lion. But we're already down this route where it looks very humanish, so we do want to get to that point, that feel that it's very similar, something like that. There you go. Hi Danielle, good to see you. Let's see here. Sledge says my line weights are masterful. Thank you. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna go back here and So as you see here, I darkened out the bottom of the vein here, and I will do things in cross hatching to help emphasize that as well afterwards. There you go. Any, let's see here. I think I missed your first part of your question there, 58. Let me just do that. I've been drawing for 6 years now. I say my art is good, but never can draw lines perfect. It's always been drawing my style, which has like a messy look to that, if that makes sense. Okay. Uh, any tips on how I could get better? Well, the question is, what do you want to get better at? Do you want to get better so your lines are cleaner? Do you want a more clean, professional look? Because again, guys, one thing I wanna stress, okay, whether you had a messy style or a clean style, as long as the structure there, it doesn't matter how many lines you add to it. Okay, so it will be a good drawing if your structure is sound. Okay, so number one thing, make sure your structure is sound for your drawing, and then because you have a messy style, why don't you hold off on the mess, you know, and then start by doing like a simpler rendering and then add more as needed. So it's more like a step by step type of thing. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure your workflow or how you do things, but that would be, if I saw someone do that, that would be my suggestion to them. Start with the clear lines. You could always add more later. You could always add more later for sure. What keeps me going? You guys do. You kids keep me going. Okay, and of course family, friends. Okay, definitely keeps me going every day. My faith, that keeps me going, my friends. Definitely does. Okay, so I might give him like a Conan style belt. I'm really thinking about it. Okay, so I actually want to make him a little thicker. So that's why I'm widening up the waist a little bit. I'll widen up the waist because he feels like he needs more of a solid base. Then I'm adding a few more veins. So you can see there. See, because part of me, the guys, I'll admit, part of me really wants to shrink his head. His head looks too big. But again, I kind of committed already. How was my birthday yesterday? It was fun. I had a good time. It was a very simple birthday, but I had a great time. Uh, my kids made me a turkey. Yummy. Oh, I could go for some turkey right now. I'm actually hungry. That made me hungry. Just saying turkey. Okay, so I'm just gonna zoom out a little bit so you guys can see what's going on. Like again, part of me wants to add like a belt here. So I'm just gonna do it with the ink pen. down like that. It's something like that, guys. Okay. Okay. Also, because you see this, what's it called, this branch that's here, that's going to cover a lot of this. So I'm only going to draw the legs up to a point. Before I actually go ahead and render this, because I have this gigantic branch that's coming down this way. So part of me thinks I should have gave him like gauntlets and stuff. Yeah, looking right now, I should have made the head smaller. Oh, oh, I should have had him on Pride Rock. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. But no, he's in the jungle. I'll live in the forest. I committed to the jungle already. That would have been a great idea, though. I should have had him on Pride Rock. You're right. You are right, my friend. You are right. Okay, so I'm gonna give him. Okay, so I'm gonna start inking up. Some details here. So I'm just trying to imply the hair here because technically his body is completely furry. So I just want to do things to imply the hair a little bit. Okay. So I'm gonna go in here and just add a few more strands, side of the hair, keeping some that are intact. Okay. So working with the ink that's already there, you know. So like we did yesterday when I was drawing Nezuko, most of my effort will be on. I was gonna call him Liono. I was gonna call him Liono, but it will be on Simba here. Like most of the attention will be on the Simba drawing here. So the question is, can I come up with something that is a challenger to all the AI stuff you see? That's the real test here. Can I do something like that? We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. See how close I could come. Do something that would be AI worthy. So also when I'm doing this fur here, guys, I'm trying to go in the direction that it would grow in. Oh, KeyJX threw in a super chat. Thank you, KeyJX. I appreciate that, my friend. If you made Nala, Simba's wife, you can make it kind of like Black Cat. I probably could have, yeah, for sure. It's too late for this piece. I already laid it out. But yeah, maybe for the next one. Because again, it's one of those things where, you know, just because I drew this once doesn't mean I can't do another version of it, right? It's one of those things. If you guys want to see me do it again, add more characters. Like, for example, like I could have drawn Zazu in here. I could have, you know, I could even draw the bad guys. I could draw the hyenas. You know, Scar, of course. Mufasa. Gonna draw Mufasa. So definitely something to consider. But for this one, and also because of my limited time today, I want to make sure that I'll be able to finish in the stream. So one thing that we're working on is that on the weekends, that would be when I would do my like longer drawings. So it would be like a two-parter on the weekends, with the exception of this weekend. And I will let you guys know why, maybe in the next day or so. Okay. So right now I am adding some cross hatching to the neck area. Okay. Just to kind of reinforce the shapes. So I'll do something like this. I would actually go and kind of draw a line that implies going around so you can actually feel like it's a tube. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. So something like that. And then, of course, the whiskers will add. So there you go. So, something like that, guys, okay? And again, it's your drawing. Add as much or as little detail as you want to this. I'm going to go all out and add all my usual stuff when I do a drawing. So I am using a hatching technique. This is called hatching, by the way. There's different types of hatching. You got regular hatching like so, and then you have cross hatching where the lines cross. Hence, cross hatching. And you do whatever works for you. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. All right. So let's go. There you go. Face looks great. Thank you, Mario. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Have I seen Kung Fu Panda 4? I have. I have. You know, I tried one of those. I forgot the name of the theater. When I saw Kung Fu Panda 4, we saw it in a very interesting theater where, in some of the scenes, they were projected out more on the walls. Right? So you had your traditional widescreen, and then it was projected on the side as well. And to be honest, it really hurt my eyes, or it made me sick. You know, I felt like I was having motion sickness. You know, so I was like, maybe not for me. Maybe not next time. For me, maybe it's one of those things you have to get used to it. But I wasn't. It was an interesting try for a movie experience, but yeah, definitely wasn't for me. Definitely wasn't for me. Mr. Boss says that looks majestic. Thank you, my friend. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing with the face a little bit more on YouTube. Hello, Ink Comic. Ink Comic on Instagram. Hello, my friend. So something like that. So something like that. There you go. Out of all the villains I've seen in Kung Fu Panda, my favorite is Tai Lung. Yeah, I think I would. What does Scar look like? That would be a lot of fun to draw. I think I would love to do. I might do a Kung Fu Panda's villains piece. That would be fun. Like I did a Kung Fu Panda in a Marvel style before. You guys seen that? That's actually one of my more favorite. I won't say famous, but more popular Marvel style videos. So I might do one where it's just the villains. That would be great, actually. I might do that sooner than later. Thank you for the suggestion, Danielle. I actually like that. Maybe I'll do something where it's like give them like one of those tooth. I saw an opportunity here because I saw a little break in the chest. So I'm thinking maybe I'll put like a little tooth necklet. Maybe something like that. So I'll do that, guys. I'll go in and I'll just add stuff. I thought that'd be a fun little touch there. Also, because I have the room for it. Also, just to break it up a little bit because. Looks like the tooth necklace from Black Panther. Oh, kind of. Maybe I'll add another one here like this. Could be. Maybe that's why. That's what I was thinking of. Maybe my mind was subconsciously going there. Okay, but I don't want anything in the middle though. So it's more like beads, something like that. What time is it, by the way? It is 9:09. So I will admit, though, I was planning on finishing by 10. Might go a tiny bit longer, but I can't go too long. So I'm going to go ahead and really get the rendering going. So again, what I'm doing here now, guys, I'm adding some cross hatching from the line, and it's just implying that this muscle is round and bulky. And that's what I'm going for here, okay? Now, also, if you guys remember, I drew these lines here. I'm going to draw some extra lines like that, okay, to imply shadow underneath, but there's like some bounce light going up to the top here. So I might leave like a little sliver here, white. And then just add some lines going down here. Again, all of this, it's shading, so it's not completely black, but it's more bounce light. So there's light coming up from the side, okay? That's why we do that. So I'm going to go ahead and really start, because of my time, really start make them. So all these lines I'm doing here, guys, it's just reinforcing the shape of the body. That's what I want to do here. Maybe some tattoos looking like a native. That's not a bad idea, RL Min. That's actually a fantastic idea. But of course, my time. That's one thing that's kind of hindering me here from doing that. Like, it might be something I could add also in Photoshop. I could add like some tattoos. Okay. I could add some. So I'm going to keep this part white, okay? We call this rim light. So if you see me leave a big white line there, that's called rim light, okay? And even in the coloring side, I would do my best to keep that either white or like a very, very light color. And all what that does really is it really helps pop the actual drawing even more. Because again, guys, like even all this cross hatching, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do it, especially if you're coloring this yourself. It might be a moot point. You might not even need that part of the job done. You could imply that all in color as well. I have a buddy. His name's Alvin Lee. He works on was it Valorant? I think he was working on Valorant. Oh no! It was a Riot game. League of Legends. He was working on League of Legends, I think. At the time, I'm not sure what he's doing now, but he used to be a comic book inker. He was a comic book inker back in the day, and a very, very good one at that. And then he started doing his own penciling for Marvel eventually. But then he told me that when I was talking to him, he told me that the inker is pretty much obsolete now when it comes to trying to doing art like this. So when he works at when he's doing his key art at Riot, he would pretty much just sketch it out and then go straight to color. That's how he would do things. So let's see here. Real impressive. I can't wait to see the results. Is it Dirk? Says Lion King with Shazam. Okay, there you go. Paul says, I love this creative. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have I thought about doing a workshop in Toronto? I'd sit through one to learn your inking skills. I'd love to do one, to be honest. I would love to do one. My hope is to start doing more appearances, and maybe we'll see. Maybe one day. But, of course, if I do, you guys will be the first to know. I end up doing a workshop in Toronto. What weapon would be the best fit for Simba as a king? I would say sword, right? For a king? Yeah, probably sword. I would say sword. So part of me wants to do this kind of angle these side abs a little bit. So something like that, okay? Something like that. Okay, we're going to finish this arm. So also as I'm doing this, guys, there's a rule to life, and I strongly feel the same applies to artwork, okay? And it's the 80-20 rule, if you guys have heard of the 80-20 rule, right? And the 80-20 rule is 20% of the work makes up about 80% of the value, okay? So what does that mean in an art context, okay? For me, that means just 20% of this art needs to be good or like exceptional, right? And then even if the other 80% isn't that great, the 20% makes up for it, okay? So my 20% is what's his name? Simba here. I keep wanting to call him Lion-O. Yeah, I want him Lion-O. Is Simba here? Okay, so the rest of it, as long as this 20% looks good, I could get away with a lot of stuff. I could get away with a lot of shortcuts. Okay, even with Timon here, he doesn't have to look perfect, as long as Lion-O Lionel. I keep calling him Lionel. A spear is more royal, maybe. As long as Simba here looks really good. Okay, so that's why I'm spending a little bit more time on it. So, like for example, yesterday, if you saw the Demon Slayer drawing that we did yesterday, all the effort and attention was on the Nezuko there, and that was intentional because I knew then I could make everyone behind her small. Okay, not that well shown, maybe not the best pose, and it's okay, it will work because the Nezuko was not bad. Yeah, I mean, so the same thing applies to here. Same thing applies to here. So I'm just gonna go here. It's kind of like he has chest hair, though he has his hair all over the place. But I wanted to give him a little bit more hair. And there you go. Simba looks dope. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's going back and forth. And again, I will. There are areas that I concentrated. That's where the shadow is. So, for example, here, I'm concentrating it, adding more here because that's where the shadow is. And as more light hits it, the less it's going to be. Okay. Okay. Take care, Danielle. So if I do this, I'm leaving some space here because I'm implying that light is hitting that area. Okay? That's what I'm trying to do. All of these are attempts, though, by the way. It's all what I'm trying to do. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and try to do these shoulders here. Okay, and trying to keep, you notice here, I'm trying to keep this vein going. And also, you notice my lines are curved. They're kind of curved. Because again, I want the shape and the feel of the muscle here. And then sometimes I would do things like this. I would draw a line that kind of goes across, like so. And again, what that does is it helps sells home the actual shape of this thing. So I'm going to go on this side again. So I'm just adding a little bit of cross hatching here because I'm trying to make it feel more round, like that. That's what I'm trying to do anyway. It's all about trying. There you go. Something like that. Something like that. Boulder shoulders, as we say. Boulder shoulders. Is this piece going to be for sale? We'll see, Mario. We'll see. But I'm glad you're liking it enough to ask that question, my friend. Okay, as I go in here and try to add Okay, something like that. Okay, so we got a big, big muscle here. Yeah, I just want to reinforce that vein here. You see that vein? There you go. Okay. Again, I still am thinking I should have made the head smaller, but not enough where I feel like I should alter it in Photoshop, which I'm not scared of doing. I've done that before, where if I really felt it was off, then I'll go into Photoshop and just fix it. You know what I mean? I have done that many, many times, but it's one of those things we'll see. That's not just 20%. That's exceptional. That's at least 65 or 70. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you. Okay, did I drop my brush pen? I did. I dropped my brush pen. Okay, because what I want to do now is draw these hands, and these hands have these claws on it, right? Something like that. Okay, and I'll probably come back to this hand after I draw Timon here. So I'll probably do Timon next, though, guys. We'll probably do him next. But let me finish off this arm. So all these rendering, guys, not necessary, really. It's up to you. Like for me, I do it because I think it looks cool. But again, it's not necessary. You could achieve all of this, the same feels, if not even better, if you just color it in Photoshop or whatever program you want to use. Like you could achieve this feel, like this furriness feel, you could achieve that very easily with the coloring program. So really, art's up to you. Art is subjective. It's like whatever you feel works better for your style. That's what you should do. Okay. So something like that. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, again, 80-20 rule. So I'm looking right now and I'm like, okay, let me get some things going with these legs. Okay, and get some cross hatching going. And then most likely let's start, after I'm done this, let's go ahead and start with Timon here. You know, if I run out of time, I might actually do the Pride Rock idea instead of the branch. I might do the Pride Rock idea because, for the simple fact, the background's easier. The background's easier. Do what you want to do, my friend. Well, I won't say that much easier. Like I could just darken that out, and then the wood is pretty easy too. So I'll take that back. It might actually be easier doing the wood. Okay, something like that. And then we're going to go ahead and start adding the furry part here. Now, I don't mind that this is going to be completely darkened out, because actually what I might do is actually pop Timon here. So I might go ahead and do that, but I will need a thicker marker. Let me see if I have one here. I don't think this one. No, that's not one. That is not the thicker marker. And I don't want to use the brush pen for larger black areas. Okay, so give me a second, guys. Give me a second. You need a backpack. The backpack's not here, but I should have. Aha! Okay, maybe I'll fill it in later, because I don't have it around me right now. I do want to get to this Timon here, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's see here. Poji Rod, it's been a while since I've seen you. How are you, James? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking, my friend. Thank you for asking. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to actually go ahead and do this Timon here, okay? So, with Timon, the hardest part will be the face. So let's go ahead and do the face here. It's got interesting eyebrows. Okay, so I'm going to give this a shot, okay? Made that land down like this. Maybe something like that, okay? Okay, and we got the other eye there. Okay, time for the nose. It's an actual meerkat nose. What does an actual meerkat nose look like? So I'm actually looking at a meerkat nose. Hey, just something like that. We'll keep it simple. And what I'm looking up, though. Just looking up because, I keep wanting to call him Lion-O, but Simba's looking this way. So he should be looking this way as well. It's something like that. I don't know if that's hair. Is that hair? I guess so. And he's got an ear there. Something like that. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and start. So I want him muscular, but I don't want him to be lion. I keep calling him Lion-O. I don't want him to be Simba muscular. Okay, I want him to be muscular though. So more of that thin, athletic body type muscle look. Okay, so something like that. More ripped, not buff. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Something like that. We'll try that. Part of me like, should I even give him veins in his arms? I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, and then he has 3 fingers. Okay, so get 3 fingers. Okay, and then a little bit fur on that side. All right. They're so much more scared of him than they are with Simba. Are you sure? Maybe. Maybe, maybe. So here we got the rib cage going. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and draw this knee here. So a couple things with the lower leg here. Lower leg. Okay, we got to make sure the bone is very apparent here. Okay, and then we got the calf muscle that's behind it. Okay, so same with this side. The calf muscle behind, like that. But then his feet are in the front, and he's got like these long feet. So I don't mind doing like 3 toes like that. And I try to get this as close to the body as possible, to be honest, to try to hide some of the body. There you go. RL Men said, off topic, Thundercat characters in your style would be dope. I'd love to do Thundercats. Absolutely. Hello, Bryce. Good to see you again, my friend. It's been a while. Okay, and then we're going to do the other leg here. And we're just going to see the top of the leg here like that. Now, the good thing is, and this is where the branch works. Okay, so I got a branch here. You could say that he's kind of climbing over the branch. So I don't need to draw the back part of the leg anymore. I don't. Oh, one thing I did forget to do is draw the tail. So I will draw a tail. Go like that, so it looks like it attaches behind the leg. Okay, that's pretty good. So like we did with Simba here, now I'm going to go in with the brush pen. What time is it now? It is 9:37. Okay, we're doing okay for time. Okay, going to fill in the darks as I see fit as I go around here. Of course, he also has in his ear as well. And then right underneath. So it depends on how much you want to get into shading, because technically his head's blocking some of the light. That's why I don't mind adding a little bit more darks on this side here. How long have I been on this drawing for? We started at what time, guys? 8 o'clock, I think. Was it 8? 8:10, something like that. That's when we started. Well, in terms of the actual rendering part, we did an hour before that earlier this morning, and then I had something to do. There you go. Zeno would love to see the Lunatics in my style as well. That Looney Tunes was fun. I loved Looney Tunes as a kid. Okay, and again, guys, if you were following along, I'd love to see if you guys did. And I'll actually encourage that now, guys. If you want to join me for these Marvel styles, that's why I started labeling this How to Draw. By all means, if you guys want to join in and do the same thing I'm doing, feel free. And I'd love to see it too when you're done. I'd love to see it. You know, maybe we could do the same thing where, you know, we could post it somewhere and then we could share it. Okay? We could get the Discord going back up again after all this time. But let me get a few more lives under my belt first before we start doing that. Okay? Okay, because the whole motto is, and we've been saying this last couple of days, finish what you start. Finish what you start, my friends. So that's what we're going to be doing. That's been the focus of these first streams out of the gate. Let's finish what we begin, okay? So a lot of the same principles here, guys, as I ink these last parts here. Same principles as when we inked up... keep wanting to call him Lion-O. We ink up Simba there. And one good thing about using a brush pen, though, guys, is that you're really in control of your line weight, right? It's not like one continuous line. I can make this as thick or as thin as I want, really. There you go. Something like that. Okay. Good. All right, so let's go ahead and start rendering this guy. I do requests? Not today, not today. Because I think that was also one of the things when I was trying to do those lives back in November or so last year. because I started going live every day, but the problem was I lost my focus. And I think the fact that I knew I wasn't finishing the entire piece in one sitting, it kind of it hurt my focus a lot, really. Where I was okay with not finishing the pieces of work, and then now it's like, okay, I need momentum. We need to get some of these pieces done. Here, my friends. Go. Echo's working on a Teen Titans piece. That's awesome. Okay. So I might go in here and definitely erase. Okay, so we'll go in here and erase a lot of this, so we could focus in on the rendering side of things. Timon looks like he's done playing. There you go. Bryce says, we still love you no matter what you're doing. I think appreciate that, Bryce. Thank you so much. Not that I don't love, absolutely love, what's it called? Drawing with you guys for sure, and let you guys do suggestions. So we will do those once in a while for sure. I just, again, just want to get some momentum going a little bit. That's all. Now, what I should do though, and maybe we'll do this tomorrow, is that if I'm doing something that's multi-character, I really should time it. Time it so that every every character has the same amount of attention, or the right amount of attention. So maybe I would put I keep calling Lion now, Simba here at like an hour, and then each Timon and Pumbaa like a half an hour each, that type of thing. Because again, if you go back and then look at the strength of the you look at strength at of the Simba character here, like I don't have to render him as much, and it wouldn't be that much of a difference. I won't say it won't make a difference; it will, but not as much as it, you know, if this character wasn't good or if this character was on its own. You know, let's see. Let's see here. Just a few chats coming in. Elias on Facebook said, "Box office artist and ZHC is one of my biggest idols when it comes to this kind of art style. Thank you so much." B says, "You are amazing and your hair looks so nice." Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that, B. Thank you. Thank you. Good, doing good. Judd talks a lot. Good to doing good. What weapon would he have? RL says. I was saying, oh, Timon? I don't know. Why don't you guys tell me? I know someone said spear would be good for Simba. I said a sword because it's a little bit more regal. Like I could see Timon having a spear as well, right? A spear that would work. So, let's see here. B said, "I would love to see you in a comic convention." Well, thank you so much. I am going to be at a comic convention, by the way. I'll start advertising it now. I will be at Fan Expo Canada in August. I am confirmed. I will not be at TFCon this year. TFCon Toronto this year. I was thinking about it, but then something came up, and unfortunately I will not be able to be at TFCon this year, unfortunately. But if you are in the Toronto area, you want to come see me, by all means, please do. I'd love to meet all of you guys one day. But for now, my other convention appearance, my only convention appearance that I have what's called confirmed as of right now is Fan Expo Canada in August. Okay, so if you're in the Toronto area or you're going to be at Fan Expo, come by and say hi. I should have like new stuff too, new stuff. Okay, so Bryce says Timon needs a pencil for a weapon. There you go. Bryce said, "Would you ever visit Australia for?" I'd love to visit Australia for a convention. That would definitely be on the list for sure. Though, Bryce, if I'm gonna be honest, I probably won't make that trip until maybe 2026. 2026. Okay. Now you have to do the hyenas as a companion piece. I would like to do a villains piece. Like I mentioned before, one thing I would like to do is do like a villains Kung Fu Panda piece because the Kung Fu Panda has tons of amazing villains that they created. So I would actually love to do one of those. I forgot. I think it was Danielle who suggested that here. So thank you, Danielle, for suggesting that I draw the villains as a kind of a companion piece to the one I did. I wouldn't mind doing, to be honest though, I wouldn't mind doing the Kung Fu Panda one again. Okay. So this is almost done. So before I go ahead and draw the Pumbaa here, a couple things I'm going to do first. I might actually go and draw this branch. That he's on, okay? Or at least imply it. Like that, okay? Something like that. I'm going to go ahead and finish off what's behind. Okay, so again, I need to fill this in dark color. And same with this leg. This leg here, I'm going to fill that in dark color. Chain. Yeah. Mario wants me to do Red Dead Redemption. Possibly. Possibly. We'll see. I've been doing a lot more video game characters recently. I'm not the biggest gamer in the world, but I have friends who love gaming, and I do need to finish that that piece I started a while ago, Mario, that Helldivers piece. I actually need to finish that this week, so we'll see if I'll actually do that live or not. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, and then I would just need to fill that in black there. So something like that. Fall Guys would be cool. There you go. It would be cool. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna erase this. And just like everything else, guys, like I could go work days on this piece, just keep adding stuff. But I got things to do, and there also comes a point where you get bored of working on the same thing. And again, that is one of the bigger things in comics. Like sometimes you just get bored of doing certain things, you know. Like kudos to those people who are able to do those really long runs on a title, especially if it's a singular character. At least, with a team book, even though team books are really much harder to draw. When I say team books, like the Avengers and Justice League, if you're blessed enough to get one of those type of jobs, it's hard because you're always dealing with multiple characters all the time. But at the same time, at least there's variety in that sense, because you're drawing many different characters. If you're on a single team book, like how many poses of Wolverine you're gonna draw before you're gonna realize, oh, I drew all the poses already, And it's one of those things. It's a good problem. It's a good problem because many people would love to have that problem of drawing Wolverine professionally enough where you're kind of tired of it, right? That's a great problem to have. Any thoughts on the new Transformers comic line? Not really. I'll be honest. I haven't read it. I haven't read the new line. I do have a lot of the issues because I got a whole bunch of blank covers, so I should read them. But they're doing a phenomenal job. I hear Daniel Warren's doing a fantastic job on it, and everything's completely new. Everything's completely new. They aren't using any, as of right now. It's looking like they're not using any of the old regime when it comes to Transformers artists. So none of my friends are working on any of the books, but it is also nice to see the fresh take. Like one guy, I'm loving John Boy Mayer's version of Transformers. It's actually really fantastic. I'm actually very inspired by what he's doing with the Transformers stuff. He's doing a fantastic job. So there's good and bad. It's nice to have something fresh because like a lot of Transformers artists have been around since the old Dreamwave days and are still working. you know. So it is nice to see fresher takes on everything. It really is. So now, would I love to take a take a stab at it? Absolutely, I would love to take a stab if Skybound would have me. Um, I almost had an opportunity to work directly with Skybound before. This is before pre-Transformers acquisition. So if I was a contracted artist for Skybound, most likely I would be working on the Transformers, but things didn't work out, or wasn't the direction I wanted to go in at the time. Was that a mistake? Maybe. Maybe. But we'll see. All right, we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. It's 10 o'clock. Okay, so I'm just gonna give myself 30 minutes to finish this off. Okay, so um, we're just gonna do Pumbaa here in the back, and then we're gonna call it a day. Okay, do Pumbaa here in the back. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start. I'm just gonna go straight with the brush pen, guys, because there's a lot of large area here, and he's got a snout going here. So just trying to figure out how to draw the nostrils here. Gigantic nostrils. Um, and then we are going to go here. Going to draw the side of the nose like that. Okay. So this nose has many faces. When I say many faces, it's like it's not just flat. There are parts to it that I have to worry about here. Okay, so something like that. So that's why I want to add a little dark area here. I'm going to add the teeth. Okay, and now he has one tooth here. I kind of want to keep that one tooth visible. So again, guys, this would have took 10 times longer if I didn't have the layout done already. Okay, if I had to make this stuff up on the fly, especially going straight to ink. It would have been much tougher, but because the hard work is done, the what's it called, the layout was completed to my liking and not questioning it. Things are going by much faster than they would have if it didn't, or if I still had questions. So just going around here, just kind of outlining the snout there a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna grab an eraser, just kind of erase that a little bit around there like that. Something like that, my friends. Okay, and then now, let's see here. Bryce says Simone and Pumbaa are jacked from all the insects under the logs they eat. All that protein. That's right. A lot of protein under there. You should give it a try. Let's see here. Milton, a guitar art? Milton, a guitar art. Is this a superhero version of the Lion King? Kind of, yeah. We call this Marvel style. I've been doing this for quite a long time. But yes, you are bang on there, my friend. That is what we are doing here right now. Though I don't want to fall in the trap of rushing this at the same time, right? You know, I did want to be finished by this time, but at the same time, I want to make sure that it's not bad, Now let me get my Pumbaa reference here. So something like that. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then let me just do the ear. And just add in some hair here like that. Okay. Now when doing hair, you can add in clumps. But what I try to make sure is that they're not even. You want them kind of be like a little messy, right? That's what you're trying to do. And just something like that. Because I don't want this to feel rushed. I'm starting to feel that it feels a bit rushed. It's part of the drawing, maybe because I am rushing. Because I do need to do a few things here and there. But, I want it not to feel that way, We do the best we can so it doesn't feel that way. Oops. I'll bring that down so you can see what I'm trying to do. So we have a giant muscle there. Giant muscle. Hold on 1 second here, guys. What did I stumble upon? Ed from the Lion King. Something special, my friend. Thank you for joining in. If you're new to the channel, my name is James Raiz. I am the box office artist and former Marvel artist. And now I do things like take fun characters and putting a spin on it. Putting a spin. And this is the spin I am doing right now. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And if you are new to my channel, please do, for any of you who are first time watching the channel, if you could please follow the account that you are actually watching this on, whether you're watching on Facebook or Twitch or on X or on... Ellis says, can I ask questions? Of course you can ask questions. Or on YouTube especially. And if you're on other platforms, if you could subscribe to the YouTube channel, that would mean a lot to me if you did. So, have I done Winnie the Pooh and Company? I have not. I have not. There you go. Trapezius muscles. That's right. That's right. So please do give this stream a like. Actually, I should mention that more these days, you know. If you could do the common things, if you could give it a like. And if you're new here, if you want to give it a follow, it would mean a lot to me, for sure. And for those of you new here, I'm an artist with 25 years experience, professional experience, working for multiple companies, Marvel, DC. I worked on movies like Percy Jackson, Watchmen. I worked on Underworld, if you guys remember those movies, the Underworld series. And probably the most famous movie I've ever worked on, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. There you go. The most famous. Has to be. Most famous piece of work I've ever done. There you go. Live on in infamy. There you go. I love Underworld. Thank you very much. I want to ask, how advisable is it to change your style to start working on a comic sector or to propose fresh idea? There's nothing wrong with it at all, really. Especially if you're starting out. You know, a lot of us want that individuality of styles. We want, you know, people to recognize, okay, that's a James Raiz drawing. That's an EI editor draws drawing. You know, of course, it's nice to have that that ability. However, if you are going for a job, if you need the work, there's absolutely nothing wrong with changing a style, and there's nothing wrong with exploring styles. You might surprise yourself. You might realize that you know, you might try a style and you might just like it better. You might just like it better. And perhaps what if it's an easier style? Like, for example, the style I'm using here, this particular style here, it's a style I like. It's a style very reminiscent on the artwork I grew up with, which is why I like it. But it is definitely not the most work efficient style because it takes time. It takes a lot of time. So, you know, doing something that's a little bit more on the cartoony anime style for a lot of people works better. Number one, if they like that style. Number two, it's a lot faster. It's a lot faster to produce. So it all depends. So I would say if you're not already an established artist, don't be afraid to change up your style and try something new. There's nothing wrong with that at all, I find. So, you know, most illustrators, they always have to draw in different types of styles. It's very rare that you don't, okay? Because clients, at the end of the day, they just want to know if you could get the work done. So it all depends on what you want to do, you know? I was going to be an artist, but stick to editing. Well, hey, that worked out better for you. That's awesome, you know? And editors are artists in their own right, I find, for me personally. Being an editor myself, you're a storyteller. Editors are storytellers, you know? Like you really have to make sense of all this footage people have shot and you know all of that stuff. Like it's definitely a demanding and rewarding job at the same time, for sure. So good for you. Hi, Zach. Zach's a fan. Hello, Zach. Good to see you. Thank you. I was really worried about making a decision I wouldn't handle in the future. Yeah, for sure. Like again, I would not worry about it, especially if you're starting off, guys. Like you're so young in your career, like it's not the time to pick and choose. You know, when you are not an established artist and you're trying to make it in the business, you don't have luxury of choice sometimes. You really don't. Like you're I won't say stuck, but you know, it's what the client wants. It really is what the client wants. The only reason that the client will actually listen to you is if you have a proven track record already that you know what you're talking about. That's the only time they'll give up some control, but never. It's never all. It's never all control. Of course, it's their money, it's their product, and you know they want to make sure it's done right. So. So I think we're winding down here, guys. Like this is, it's getting there. It's getting there. What time is it now? 16. Okay, I'll work another 10 minutes, guys, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, probably not gonna add Zazu in here. We're just gonna stick to the big three here. Call them the big three. So something like that. Looks awesome. Thank you, Bryce. Thank you. So my question to you, my friends, what would you like me to draw tomorrow? Now, tomorrow I have a harder out tomorrow. I am going somewhere tomorrow. But if you have suggestions on what you want me to draw for tomorrow, please do let me know. Absolutely. Have I done OG Teen Titans? I've done Teen Titans the cartoon before. It's very similar to the OG one, but really I did that as a way to rile some feathers because of course you're gonna have the DC fans going, what a Marvel style? What? It's the same thing, and you're right. They are right. They are absolutely right. It is the same thing, really. But it was just a way to rile up everybody a little bit. So I just need to get a dark marker, and then we are going to be done. Oh, by the way, Tom Friends threw in a super chat. Thank you so much, Tom Friends. I appreciate that. Just a super chat just to be supportive. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hope it helps. I have accounts. I don't watch lives on this, but I had to give you some. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate the super chats. Appreciate it. Okay, cool. Okay, guys, just give me 1 second here, and let me grab a marker. Okay. Let me grab a marker. Okay. Okay. Draw Spider-Man combined with Miles. Maybe not tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow. Thundercats in a Dragon Ball style. Maybe. Maybe. Like, it would be fun to explore some different styles for sure. Okay, just 1 second, guys. Let me just go grab a thicker marker. Okay, I'll be right back. So I'll be honest. I'm not sure if there's any more juice left in this marker, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh yeah, enough. Because again, I just don't want to waste the I don't want to waste the brush pen. In that sense. Okay, there you go. And then I will probably do that on this side as well. Because to imply that Pumbaa is taking up all that space. So what I'm doing here is I'm applying a leg for Pumbaa as well. And then we're going to fill that in. Okay, something like that. And then something like that for the okay, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna fill in a little bit over here on the bottom. Okay. Now again, I could go more. You definitely could go more with everything. So there, like that, and then I'll just add a little bit of Okay, and then we'll have leaves and stuff, which I actually might do digitally. Add like leaves and other additives in there. But there you go, guys. This was a lot of fun. I really, really, really enjoyed it. Doing this one here. Okay, just adding some last. Oh, you know one thing I forgot? His whiskers. Can't forget his whiskers. And then once we do line those whiskers, we're done. Here, okay. Let me just make sure. Yeah, Simba needs whiskers. Whisker. There you go. And there it is, my friends. This is the Lion King in a Marvel style. What is your purpose of art, in your opinion? Wants to get deep in that sense, my friends. Wants to get deep. Okay, but before we get deep, let me just finish off this. And thank you guys for watching. And now again, whatever platform you are watching this on, YouTube, Instagram. Let's see here. By the way, Just Yuvan says this one's fire. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you so much. And thank you for everyone who joined in. Whatever platform you are on right now, if you could kindly follow me, it would mean the world to me if you could follow me, whatever platform that you are watching this on right now. But also, if you already followed, if you haven't followed my YouTube channel, that would really mean a lot to me. Go check out youtube.com/theboxofficeartist, where I'm going to try my best to stream a lot more often than before, because I have so much fun drawing with you guys. Okay, guys? So once more, here is the final. And actually, let me just do one thing, because you see how thick I made this line here. Because of that, I kind of want to make Timon's outline just a bit thicker. Because of how thick I made this line there. And by the way, we'll finish off by answering that one part there where he's asking, what is art? What does art mean? Art is emotion. I always say that. Art is emotion. It whatever reacts emotion. Okay? Whether intentional or not. Okay? So, a song can be art. Anything that expresses yourself, that expresses, is an expression that evokes an emotion. Okay? That's how I would describe art. Okay? That's a little deep there. I would love to know your theories on what art is. Why don't you guys let me know as well, guys. Okay? As I finish this off, thank you guys for watching. This is my final, and I'll zoom in like this. This is my final Lion King in a Marvel style piece. Hopefully you learned how to do it. If you have drawn this too, I'd love to see it. Why don't you definitely show that to me. There you go. So thank you guys for watching. Oh, whoa, whoa. Why not? I'll do it. I was gonna lay off doing the other arm for Pumbaa, but I'm looking at it right now. Like, I think he needs the other arm. So there. I'll just leave it like that. There you go. And I'll just fill this in like this. Okay. Okay. Make sure you join me tomorrow. We're gonna do another tutorial tomorrow. If you have any suggestions of what you want me to draw, let me know. Let me know in the comments down below, or I might even put up a poll to see what you guys want me to draw. Okay, guys? So thank you guys for watching. I love you all. Have yourselves a wonderful day. My name is James Raiz. I am the box office artist. One more scan here. Here you go. There you go. I'm here to say keep drawing. Give me a high five here. Give me a high five here. And I will see you all next time. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Bye bye.